Good evening and welcome back to Paul J. Youthier Fieldhouse on the campus of Chisholm High School. It's time for our final game of the 52nd Annual Weed Capital Basketball Tournament. Our boys championship game features the top seed Kingfisher. The Yellow Jackets 8-1 on the season, number 1 in Class 4A against the home school OKC Knights, who have a 13-6 record coming in. Kingfisher knocked off Tecumseh 83-43 yesterday, beat Blackwell 109-26 on Thursday. OKC beat Chisholm 55-52 on Friday, knocked off Woodward 89-88 in overtime to start the tournament on Thursday. I'm joined by Michael Swisher. And Michael, you have had the good fortune to really be a part of what has been an unbelievable run by this Kingfisher Yellow Jacket boys basketball team. Just unbelievable what they've done the past 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, and you're going to see them, Bijan Cortez and Matthew Stone. We'll say their names a lot, but this is they're both 4-year starters. This is their 95th game. They are currently 90-4 as Kingfisher Yellow Jackets. If you win 96% of your games, you're having a pretty good career.
I got to ask you, because you're tight with what goes on in Kingfisher, how disappointed were these kids not to get a chance to win that state championship last March?
Yeah, extremely, obviously, because they would have been one of the favorites. But I don't think any more than
anybody else.
Anybody else, because like we mentioned the girls' game. Perry's never been. They didn't get the chance to go.
Yeah.
Cash and boys hadn't been in 2.5 decades, and hadn't even been to area in 2.5 decades. They go to state. They didn't get a chance to play it out. So so many teams. It's so disappointing. But yeah, Kingfisher certainly a team that had been in the 3 previous state title games. They were a favorite to get back there, or one of the favorites to get back there. So. Absolutely, and I think that's something that fuels them this year.
Opening tip is coming from the Paul J. Youthier Fieldhouse on the campus of Chisholm High School, our championship game.
Tom's got fans everywhere.
Exactly right there at the opening tip. Starting lineup for Kingfisher: Ian Doherty, also Bijan Cortez, Jarrett Birdwell, Matthew Stone, and Maverick Reidenauer. For OKC Knights, Lucas Leday, Connor Swanson, Jack Dutcher, Caden Combs, and Sam Floyd. And we are underway. And I tell you what do the Knights have to do to pull off the biggest upset in the state?
Take care of the ball, shoot lights out, and hope Kingfisher's not clicking offensively.
2-0 as Birdwell with the opening basket. A block underneath by Stone. Take it back. That was Birdwell with this block, and then the basket up and in.
Now, one thing working in their favor will be the fact, if you'll look when we're back on the other end, if you're not familiar with what's going on, Kingfisher's only got 3 bench players. That was Doherty with the miss underneath, Birdwell with the rebound.
And what that means is you're going to see a heap and help of Bijan Cortez and also Matthew Stone. We saw that yesterday, and that's all Coach can do. He got to play somebody.
Yeah, Kingfisher's JV team is playing at the Ward Center Classic in Sealing, and they're playing in the finals right now as we speak.
I want to keep up on that score if we can throughout the evening as well.
So that's why, Kingfisher doesn't, and Coach Reese doesn't necessarily go very deep into his bench, but he can't tonight. He's got 3 bench players.
6:45 to play first quarter. Kingfisher and the Knights tied at 2. And if you don't know, of course, Kingfisher led by Bijan Cortez, who's going to play at OU next year, and Matthew Stone is going to University of North Texas in Denton. And there's Jarrett Birdwell, the first 4 points of the ball game for the Jackets. And he'll go to the line for 1.
Just an excellent look and feed from Bijan. That's kind of among the things that sets Bijan apart. It's his court vision and his ability to find people.
Foul on Caden Combs. Matthew Stone that time will score to make it 6-2.
And this full court pressure is something that Kingfisher in the past is part of this long run they've had since really 2017. That don't do a whole lot of full court pressure, doing it more this year, and I think that is the fact that Coach Reese is going deeper to his bench this year and he feels more comfortable doing it should he get into some foul trouble.
That turnover gives the ball back to Jack as there's 3 in the corner by Bijan. Misses short. The rebound is corralled by Sam Floyd. Bounce pass near side to Lucas Leday. And a 3 knocked down by Lucas Leday.
And Reese is not happy, and he's not happy with Bijan.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick break. 5:59 to play. Kingfisher 6, the Knights 5. It is the championship game of the Wheat Capital Tournament on Squirtle.
The team of experienced and caring professionals at Garland Road Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is dedicated to providing you or your loved one with comprehensive, personalized, compassionate care. We offer short-term and long-term care and inpatient-outpatient rehabilitation services that can meet your specific needs. Visit our website at garlandroad.com to learn more about our compassionate care.
2 minutes into this one, Kingfisher leads the Knights 6-5, our boys championship game.
We saw Reese call that timeout. If you're going to play for Kingfisher, you got to pick it up on the defensive end. He was not happy with his team's defense.
Oh, nice look underneath, and Birdwell has 6. 8-2. Connor Swanson, pretty good shooter, off to Lucas Leday. Shovels it right side to Caden Combs. Combs' finger roll no good. Rebound is tapped out to the free throw line where it's chased down. Here comes Kingfisher on the run. Bijan Cortez misses Stone with the rebound, stick it up and in.
And that's what Stone does. He just outworks everybody, and you have to box him out because he's going to fight for every rebound.
10-5 the score. Oh, and a turnover. Pass by Leday out of bounds. And Kingfisher will get it back. This Kingfisher team averaging 75 points a game, giving up 40, so a plus 35. The Knights score 72 a game. They give up 64. They can get up and down this floor. But, of course, they haven't played teams like Kingfisher before. Left side three-pointer off the rim, no good by Maverick Reidenauer, but tipping it up and in, there is Bijan Cortez. 12-5. Leday top of the key. Right side to Jack Dutcher. Pass stolen away. Stone misses the dunk.
That was quite the miss, though.
Bijan Cortez underneath, finding Ian Doherty. Ball tapped out of bounds, will stay on that end.
Doherty, another Division I signee for Kingfisher. He signed to play baseball at Oklahoma State. One of the top catchers in Oklahoma.
Some good athletes at Kingfisher. Now and in the past. Layup off the front of the rim, no good by Birdwell. And the rebound controlled by Josh Stevens, who just checked in for the Knights. Off the ball screen right, shovel it off to the right wing. Out high is Leday. Swanson skip pass right corner. Jack Dutcher, top of the key. Leday airballs the three out of bounds. Almost halfway through the
boys and one.
Birdwell, boy, he's off to a great start. He's got 8.
Had over 20 yesterday, did Birdwell. One of 3 Jackets over 20 yesterday.
Foul on the floor that'll go against Matthew Stone, his first. He'll check out of the ball game. And Snyder will check in.
I was talking to Coach Reese before the game. This is his 10th Wheat Capital Championship game. 2 as a player, now his 8th as a coach.
He's used to playing the late night game at the Wheat Capital Tournament on Saturday.
But then we talked about it, and he said as Reidenauer buries that 3, he's also finished 8th here twice. So he knows both ends of the spectrum.
Reidenauer, his second three-pointer of the ball game, his 8th of the tournament, 22-5. Well, yeah, before he was at Kingfisher, he was familiar with this tournament as well.
Yeah, player and coach at Blackwell. Yeah. Look out here.
Bijan up and over the front of the rim.
Well, that was a letdown.
Doesn't want to show us anything, right?
Must be dead legs.
Third game in 3 days. The one thing about it, he scored 16 points in the first quarter yesterday.
Yeah. He can do it in a hurry and quietly.
Subs into the ball game. 2:11 to play first quarter, and Kingfisher, who put up, was it 34? I believe it was 34 in the first quarter against Blackwell the other day. Of course, they've taken their foot off the gas in the second half of both these ball games. Short corner jumper right side, misses by Sam Floyd. Here comes Matthew Stone. Matthew, oh, nice drop off, but a travel.
He's somebody who never takes his foot off the gas. Stone, he just nonstop his motor.
Ian Doherty back into the contest for Kingfisher. The OKC Knights are a homeschool team populated by kids from the Oklahoma City area, and they will play in the National Homeschool Tournament in March. It's in Springfield, Missouri. Three-pointer top of the key by Connor Swanson. Knocks it down, 24-8. That's a cool tournament that used to be in Wichita back when I was in Kansas, and you got all these homeschool teams from across the country who are playing in all these different gyms across the town. And the one thing, the Knights, getting a chance to play OSSAA schools. They're actually 8-3 against OSSAA schools this year. A three-pointer deep, missing by Matthew Stone. But they love this experience, getting a chance to play. Three on the right wing off the iron by Connor Swanson. And a battle underneath and a foul that will go against
Mason Snyder, and he's shocked that one was against him.
Snyder picks up his first.
I'm the one who got drugged down. How's that on me?
And once again, Coach Reese pretty much substituting his three players in and out, keeping them fresh, and that's what could get this game really out of hand if Kingfisher keeps putting it up like this, because there's nobody that can't play at this point.
Yeah.
Three on the left wing, buried. Connor Swanson back-to-back triples. He's got 6, makes it 24-11. Hey, keep it interesting, Knights. I want to see it keep it interesting for a while. Bijan Cortez misses the 3. Offensive rebound. Stone is fouled. Crashing in there for the board was Maverick Reidenauer. And free throws are coming for Matthew. Yeah, you take a look at Kingfisher in this tournament. The Jackets won it every year except 2 years ago, and for a good reason they didn't win it 2 years ago. Holland Hall got one because Kingfisher playing at the TOC, but the Kingfisher JV came in here and did a pretty good job.
Yeah, won a game.
Yep. Second free throw coming up for Stone, 1 of 2.
Played Holland Hall in that opening round, and then, of course, the varsities met up in the state semifinals. Didn't go the Dutch's way that time.
3 right side on the wing is no good by Jack Dutcher. Rebound to Stone. And you look at the Jackets in this tournament historically, they've won 6 of 7. Of course, Holland Hall won the one that Kingfisher missed. They won the first Weed Capital ever back in 1970, and they've won 11 over the years, looking for 12. 25-11 the score. 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
I would imagine they're going to set up a three-point look for Reidenauer or Bijan here, but I say that and they'll do something completely different.
Jump style bounce pass to Bijan. He was going to throw down, but he was thinking about it before they reeled him the pass off his hand out of bounds. He was thinking about it.
We need that camera on Reese so bad.
Three-quarter court three-pointer, no good. We go to the second quarter. Kingfisher 25, the Knights 11. Back after this, you're watching the boys championship game with the Weed Capital on Squirtle.
Call Roll-Offs Inc. at 580-ROLL-OFF, a complete container service company for all your trash, demolition, cleanup, or scrap metal needs. We're a family-owned and operated company with offices in Stillwater, Perry, and Enid. Call Roll-Offs Inc. 580-ROLL-OFF.
Big Finish 2020 is on at Johnson's of Kingfisher. Hi, it's Jeff Johnson. Find a deal in December on remaining 2020 Ram 1500s at johnsonsofkingfisher.com. Like our new Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs. Thinking of a new truck? Then you owe yourself to experience the best and unequaled ride and control that Ram has to offer during the Big Finish event. Deals in December? See them at Johnson's of Kingfisher, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram. A dealership you'll find only in a place like Kingfisher. Same name,
same family,
since 1927.
Great run back in the 80s. Back with you. We go to the second quarter. Kingfisher over the OKC Knights, 25-11. Jackets come in a record of 8-1. Their only loss this season to #1 Edmond Memorial. Took a 6A #1 team to hold them to 27 points. As Matthew Stone will score, he's got 9. 27-11, but they beat what top 5 ranked in Class 6A Edmond North in that tournament as well.
Yeah, they were number 3 at the time.
Steal by Matthew Stone, and one opportunity coming. 29-11 with the free throw upcoming.
And I think Matthew's playing his way to an MVP award here. He's been over 20 both nights. Of course, he didn't play in the second half of that first round win, but still had 15 first quarter and I think 21 for the game.
Yeah, you look at the numbers. Matthew 21 on Thursday, 27 last night. He missed the free throw, and now a steal by Bijan. Two-handed flush. There he got the dunk down. 31-11. Pull up in the lane. Little 13-footer won't go for Sincere Weber, who checked into the break. Outlet to Bijan.
Heard Coach Reese call out a play there, so they're going to run a set. Always fun to see what they're running.
Oh, nice look inside, and Birdwell scores again, the assist from Matthew Stone.
And the screen from Bijan. He used Bijan as a decoy. He's a nice decoy to have.
33-11. We've tripled them up here. Swanson out high left. Little pick and pop, and the three knocked down by Caden Combs. First basket of the ball game, 33-14. 6.5 to play in the first half. Skip pass off the hands of Maverick Ridenauer. It was deflected away by a Knight as well.
I don't think Maverick expected that one to get through the Knight's hands.
Sincere Weber. His bounce pass is nearly taken away. Last touched by Birdwell, so it'll stay on that end. Well, the Knights can put up points too. They beat Tulsa NOAH, the homeschool team from Tulsa, 105-94 earlier this year. So they can get up and down the floor, but it's not against a team with the talent and athletic ability of Kingfisher.
Yeah, a team that just plays defense the way Kingfisher does.
Bijan, he's got 8. Connor Swanson will try the deep three, rattles out. Bijan with the rebound. Off to Stone. Birdwell, top of the key. Finding Ian Doherty, and underneath the Stone.
Yeah, they got that matchup they wanted there and just post him up. Easy bucket underneath. Even if he didn't make that, I almost guarantee he would have got the offensive rebound.
Stevens will miss the shot. Offensive rebound. Swanson missed the layup. Rebound cleared by Stone. Subs coming in at the next opportunity. A couple for the Knights. Looks like Maddox Mecklenburg will get back in for Kingfisher. Bijan scores again. He's got 10. 6 in the quarter. 39-14. 3 minutes in to quarter number 2.
The old Bijan would have dunked that.
He's got old legs, right?
The older, gentler Bijan just lays it up.
And a ball thrown away as Stevens thought that Swanson was going one way and he went the other. Got a timeout. Knights, 4:43 to play in the first half. Kingfisher 39, OKC 14. It's this Squirtle Game of the Week at the Week Capital Tournament. Back after this.
Protect your network with the most advanced security features available. With CanOkla's managed network service, you can experience worry-free managed Wi-Fi with automatic security updates and protection for all devices on your network. Be the hero by preventing viruses, blocking malicious websites, and receive alerts when suspicious activity occurs. Pair this with CanOkla's high-speed internet for the ultimate internet experience. Call 800-CAN-OKLA today. CanOkla Networks is an equal opportunity provider, employer, and lender.
4:43 to play in the first half. The Yellow Jackets lead the Knights 39-14. Matthew Stone with 13, Jarrett Birdwell with 10, Bijan Cortez with 10 to lead the way for the Jackets, and Connor Swanson with 6 for OKC. Josh Stevens, we talked about him for out there right now for the Knights, hit a game-winning free throw in overtime with no time on the clock to beat Woodward. The alley-oop and up and in off the window for Maddox Mecklenburg. It's an 8-0 run for Kingfisher since the last time the Knights scored.
They like to run that one coming out of timeouts or to start quarters, that play right there. Run it a lot.
They ran that off the top of the ball game on Thursday, I think it was, if I remember right. Pass out of bounds. Will stay on that end. Once again, if you are just joining us, we've talked about it all weekend long, but of course in the era of COVID with limited crowds, this place is usually packed on championship Saturday night, but with the social distancing and the limited crowds, about 80 per school allowed in, nearly a travel. Ball out of bounds. Last touched by Leday. This whole weekend has kind of seemed like kind of early, more like the consolation games crowd-wise all weekend long.
Just not the same.
No, it's not. It's the kids who are getting shortchanged, not us. But at least they're getting to play, which is the key. Three-pointer top of the key is knocked down by Maverick Reidenauer. He's got 3 triples in the ball game, now 9 in the tournament.
Got his first dunk of his career Thursday in that game against Blackwell.
44-14. Swanson banks in a 3. He's got 3 triples and 9 points. He's got 11 three-pointers in the tournament. You just got to appreciate what you're seeing. And when you're watching Kingfisher, you're seeing greatness. Offensive foul away from the ball.
We talk about it on our broadcast. It's you have to try to not take it for granted because it is such an expectation now. But because it's obviously not always the way it has been, and it won't always be that way. But in the course of 27, 28, 29 game seasons, you see this over and over. It just becomes the expectation.
What I think about when you just said that, as Hayden Silsby scores to make it 44-19, you talk about not taking it for granted. When I first came to Oklahoma, the Dover Lady
girls.
Horns, Dover girls, were just like this.
Yeah, they went to 7 state finals in a row.
And you look at it now. I mean, they've not been relevant for about 12 years now.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there are others. One that I think about also, not quite to the extent of Kingfisher, but the Medford boys in football, and then they had a basketball run. They're on about 12 years ago. Three-pointer right side, knocked down by Lucas Leday.
So an 8-0 run by the Knights after falling down 30.
44-22. Foul on the baseline. They'll get that one on Hayden Silsby, who's a 6-foot-tall sophomore. Yeah, you just never know. The Garber boys were really good 10 years ago. Haven't been that bad, but now they're back. Won that state championship last year. Oh, inbound tip to Birdwell, won't go down. Offensive rebound, the follow no good. And coming out of there is Silsby. Deep three-pointer, top of the key, Caden Combs, no good. Off the window the other way, Matthew Stone no good, but Birdwell's rebound, stick back won't go. Fight for it underneath. Matthew Stone hustling, scoring, and getting fouled.
Just padding those offensive rebound stats. That's all they're doing. But we did see Birdwell miss a couple of dumps on those last 2 possessions, that one and the one before. But he got his own offensive rebound on one. This time it was Stone there to get it, and Stone cleans it up. But that's, Stone averages right at 10 rebounds a game. He just.
Lucas Leday just picked up his 3rd foul. Stone was 16, 47-22. That ended that run. Posting up is Sam Floyd. He's tied up. Arrow will keep it on that end. Now, where's Jet playing at, Jet Sternberger?
He's at Rogers State.
Rogers State, the MIAA. Three-pointer in the corner, no good by Hayden Silsby.
His and Jason's youngest brother Jax.
Playing out in Ceiling, I assume?
Well, it would be, but in that state quarterfinal football game, he was their starting quarterback, broke his hand. They hope to have him back by this week. Didn't get good news at the doctor, so he's going to be out a couple more weeks.
No. Yeah, I saw his name on the roster and thought he must be out in Ceiling.
Yeah, I think opponents are definitely tired of seeing Sternberger's.
Will he step in? Will he be playing varsity when he's good? Will he be in that lineup, or will he be on the in the rotation at all?
This late in the season, I don't want to say for sure. It'd be tough to break the rotation now because he does have to work his way back in. He hasn't got to play yet, so definitely would get in on some of those JV games and possibly see him work his way in here.
Sam Floyd picked up the foul. It's his first. Sincere Weber back into the contest as Lucas Leday will take a seat. He's got those 3 fouls. And free throw up and in. 1 of 2 from the line for Stone. 48-22. Sincere ahead to Sam Floyd. Shot blocked. Here we go the other way. Bijan Cortez tries to break down the defender, up and off the side of the rim. No good, but free throws are coming for Bijan.
Well, if Bijan didn't get that block, Matthew Stone was crashing down the lane, and he was going to.
Free throws are coming. After tonight, I would imagine the boys making the trip to Tuttle on Tuesday night as well.
Yeah, that'll be a top 8
good matchup, yeah. Second one misses. Offensive rebound, Birdwell. Shovels it off to Ian Doherty, who scores. 51-22. 56 seconds remaining in the first half, excuse me. Connor Swanson, left side. Silsby for 3, no good. Rebound cleared by Doherty, and the steal. Swanson fouled, he'll shoot 2. Now, is Kingfisher supposed to play in the TOC this year?
Yes, they were.
Okay, what tournament were they going to stay out of then?
They weren't. They were in 3 tournaments. That one, this one, and their own.
Gotcha.
That one got canceled. They got in the Edmond Open that week that they found out the TOC was canceled.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense now.
Yeah, they weren't originally scheduled to play in Edmond. Found out Tuesday the TOC was canceled and started playing in Edmond on Thursday.
Three-pointer. Ridenauer has 4 triples, 12 points. 54-24. The lead is 30 with 22 seconds to play. Now between the rings, a three-pointer by Swanson.
Look out.
Bijan and 1. One of the coolest names in high school basketball, I have to say.
It's fun to say, isn't it?
Bijan, it just rolls off the tongue. Foul was the first on Swanson. Thirteen ticks remaining in the first half. Got to be honest with you, not a whole lot more needs to be said. 57-24, Bijan will check out for the final 13 seconds. Sincere Weber throws it away over the head of Josh Stevens, out of bounds.
You might, let's see if, nope. They're not going to pull that one. I say a lot of times they'll use Ian here to get a long pass down the court. Going to use Cash's speed instead.
And he'll go to the free throw line as he is fouled. Actually, yeah, that's the 10th team foul.
We got Todd yesterday to give up on trying to say Cash's last name consistently,
Slazicki. I'm glad you said that because he had the phonetic spelling. I forgot to put it on but you just bailed me out.
Yeah, so I said it's just easier to call him Cash anyway.
Cash money.
Yep, exactly. I know his dad is watching, actually, maybe down from the Lawton area. We'll try to find out where Dave's watching.
So Slazicki.
See, that's why he says Cash.
All straight cash, homie. 1 of 2 at the line, 3 at the buzzer, no good. And not really unexpected. It's all Kingfisher in the first half of this one, 58-24. We'll take a break. Our halftime show begins after this. You're watching the Boys Championship game with the Weed Capital Tournament on Scortal presented. RV stands for recreational vehicle. Keep that in mind before your next excursion and let the folks at Arnold RV ensure that recreation does not turn into frustration. You'll find the best service in town from a trained staff that knows what to do with your home on the road. You'll also find a complete line of RV supplies. You'll soon realize that you'll want your first stop of your next trip to be at Arnold RV Parts and Service, 2525 Rock Island Boulevard in Enid, backing all of our area athletes. And please like them on Facebook. Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
At Maples Nixon Dieselhorst, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Dieselhorst, and we are here to help.
Are you struggling to find medical care for you, your family, or your employees? Are you looking for affordable, easy-to-access care? Look no further than Reliant Direct Primary Care. Our low-cost memberships include access to care for all your primary medical needs. Give us a call today and let us know how we can help you. 580-599-0272 or visit www.reliantdpc.com.
It's good for you, good for Oklahoma.
You want commitment from your bank, you want excellent service, and you want loyalty. Bank Central National Association strives every day to give you the banking experience you really want and enjoy. Their friendly staff is here to serve you and provide you with the best service around. Call them today at 580-234-3316 or visit them in Enid, Alva, Woodward, Anthony, Kansas, or Harper, Kansas. Thank you for choosing Bank Central National Association. Member FDIC.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business, and remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
On the football field, it's important to be able to count on your teammates. Looking for a teammate you can bank on? You found one at the Bank of Kremlin. They'll offer you a wide variety of services, including loans, CDs, and always great customer service. They are the team that offers more at the Kremlin, North Enid, Goltry, and Drummond branches, and at 430 South Oakwood. The Bank of Kremlin, banking with people you know. Member FDIC. Eubank Haney Law Firm is proud to be a fan of high school sports. Andrew Eubank and Caleb Haney believe that clients deserve better. At the end of the day, that's how they measure true success. Their experience, confidence, and integrity ensures that your case will be handled in a reasonable, efficient manner, regardless of the legal situation you are facing. Get out of line and come to Eubank Haney Law Firm in Enid, Fairview, and Laverne. Call 580-234-4334 when winning is everything. Halftime at Chisholm, our boys championship game. All Kingfisher, they lead the OKC Knights 58-24. They jumped out early 24-5. And OKC actually put together a little 6-0 run. It was 25-11 at the end of the first quarter. And a big second quarter run by Kingfisher. And they lead by 34 halfway through this one, on their way to their 12th Weed Capital Tournament championship. Check the scoring. Connor Swanson 11 to lead the way for the Knights. And then it's Lucas Leday with 6, Caden Combs with 3, Sam Floyd and Hayden Silsby with 2 points apiece. For Kingfisher, they were led by Matthew Stone with 17, Bijan Cortez with 14 points, Maverick Reidenauer with 12, Jared Birdwell with 10. I think he had the first 6 of the contest, too. And Cash Lazicki with 1, Maddox Mecklenburg with 2, Ian Doherty with 2 points as well. Halftime score, Kingfisher 58, the Knights 24. We'll take a break and be right back. Your second half is coming up. You are watching the Weed Capital Basketball Tournament on Scordo. Yeah, but she tried to talk to me right at tip-off, but I had to kind of blow her off.
I looked while we were doing that. Nobody was.
Can you find her? Do you know where she's at now? Because I wanted to talk. She came up here and tapped me on the shoulder right at tip-off, and I had to let go.
Yeah, I don't think she left.
I feel bad because it was like, and it threw me. The first 2 minutes, I was like,
You didn't know if you would remember who she was.
I did. I do.
I figure I told her you remember everybody.
Yeah, well, that's not true, but I remember who she is.
Why are we doing it?
Need a running clock.
Do we have 45 rules in basketball?
It's the greatest thing about 8-man football. I got a keg in my house. Shaq asked me after I sent the picture of the keg Tasha got me for Christmas. Shaq said, "You divorce your wife now?" It's like the ultimate Trump.
Okay, I don't know where I know her from. He's telling me, oh yeah, Ann Hyde, the name is familiar, but I don't know.
Is she one of the sponsors or something?
I'm thinking.
At First Bank and Trust, we stay true to our values of being neighborly, loyal, and confident. We know it takes a seasoned ag producer to understand and anticipate the needs of one. Our loan officers combine their years of experience on the farm with the expertise in financing land, livestock, farm equipment, and supplies. Call FBT today or visit our new website, fbt.bank, for more information. You watch your fields, and we'll watch your finances. First Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
Northwest Oklahoma is Croft Country, and there's no better way to get around it than a vehicle from Croft Chevrolet Buick GMC at 401 East Oklahoma in Alva. They've got the best trucks on the road or in the field. The Chevy Silverados and GMC Sierras. Customize yours with a hay bed, and it becomes the ultimate farmer's office. The 2020s are here, which means you'll find great deals as they move out the 2019 model, not to mention a great selection of pre-owned cars and trucks. Go to CroftChevrolet.com and find your next vehicle. It's always better in the country. Croft Country Chevrolet Buick GMC. Tom Nelson, Michael Swisher back with you in Paul J. Uther Fieldhouse at Chisholm High School. And I about said back with you in Kingfisher just because I'm kind of thrown a little bit, but it's like Kingfisher has made Paul J. Uther Fieldhouse
a second home.
A second home.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like we're in Kingfisher. And they lead 58-24 as we go to the third quarter. Kingfisher with a basketball. Matthew Stone, the skip pass right side, open three. Reidenauer, who's had 4 of those in the first half. And on the rebound, Knights will get it. I told Swish at halftime, I said, get your stories ready.
Yeah.
Because we got time to kill. There's a basketball game going on, and we're going to talk about it, but like I said, 58-24, and we've got a quick timeout. We'll take it with them. 7:38 to play. Third quarter, Kingfisher 58-24. Back after this on Squirtle.
As a local, member-owned electric cooperative, Cimarron Electric is committed to providing the highest quality of service at a reasonable price. We're dedicated to serving our member owners with integrity, accountability, innovation, and a commitment to community. For more information, call or visit our website. Cimarron Electric Cooperative, serving Northwest Oklahoma since 1936 and powering the needs of a new generation.
Early third quarter, Kingfisher 58-24. That quick timeout. Tom Nelson. Swish, Michael Swisher, glad to be with you. I call him the sports sage of Kingfisher County. You want to know something about high school sports, not only in Kingfisher County, pretty much statewide, but I'll go to you.
Oh, yeah. If I don't know, I'll make it up.
That's all you got to do. I'll never know the difference.
Say it with confidence. They'll believe you.
I have been a play-by-play guy for 30 years. I know exactly about that. If you could sell it, it's a bonus. Because as my eyes get older, I see less and less.
Say it with conviction.
That's exactly right. Silsby has it left side. Ball poked away, loose, and picked up by Sam Floyd. Three-pointer topside. Karams off the rim by Caden Combs. Bijan. Oh, look at the pass and the layup for Ian Doherty.
Ran a story after signing day, the early signing day that was, November. Bijan and Ian obviously going to rival schools, but they were right there at each other's signing ceremonies side by side, one in OSU, one in OU. They made the front page of our paper. It was a cool story to talk to them and to see about, even though they're lifelong friends going to rival schools, it was cool to see them support each other in what was a huge day for both of them.
Well, what is cool as a play-by-play guy, I've been doing it for a long time, is when you get a chance to call games for people that you are going to see on TV on down the road.
Right,
and going to OU, that's most likely going to happen for Bijan. But a prime example is I got to do a state championship or a state tournament game, first-round state tournament game, as Birdwell scores. He has 12. And when Crescent played Blake Griffin and OCS, and what I remember about that game is that Blake Griffin played like Blake Griffin when you saw him at OU. I mean, you're just younger, but still throwing it down. And that's one of those memories I have.
So Crescent, Bart Watkins, who maybe from Chisholm, maybe was a Chisholm Longhorn, was their coach. Go to state 3 years in a row. First year, they get Pawnee when Keaton was a freshman. Pawnee wins state in the quarterfinal round. The next 2 years, they get Blake Griffin.
Yeah, and Keaton Page got a chance to call his games here. Also got a chance to call his game at the state tournament against Chisholm. And that thing was at Midwest City High School, which,
glad they're not there anymore.
Yeah, exactly right. The place was packed, and they put me in the rafters, but I got a chance, and Keaton scored about 45 that game, if I remember right.
Another ho-hum.
Yeah, and then, of course, Rodney Clark was right here. I got a chance to call his 3,000th point. Stone, up and in. I was waiting for something. 64-24. In Kansas, I got a chance to call Jackie Stiles games. The girls basketball player went on to become the all-time leading scorer in Division I basketball history. Bijan, it took the long way around.
Is that a finger roll? Was that a lay-in? What was that?
I don't know if you can call it a dunk.
It was a thunderous layup.
Thunder layup, a thunder up. And you're going to get a chance to try it again. The alley-oop. Stone. Got a chance to call in Kansas Maurice Evans, who played at Wichita State and then Texas and then played in the NBA for a while. Left side, Connor Swanson. Oh, and I'm forgetting about really the most obvious one for me, the most recent one really, is doing NOC Enid games. Ty Lazenby, who went to play at OU after his career at NOC Enid. As a matter of fact, I got a story about that as Matthew Stone scores. He was the player of the year in the conference that year at NOC Enid. But NOC Enid made it to the national tournament for the first time in school history. And I was doing the game on the radio in Hutch, the national tournament, and he really wasn't. He was being looked at by some D1s, by some mid-majors.
Right.
He scored 43 against the College of Southern Idaho, three-pointer Bijan. Scored 43 against Southern Idaho, and I go down there, and Mark Price, who was the coach at Charlotte, was down there by the locker room. So I'm talking to Mark, and at that point he thought, that's where Ty Lazenby was going to go.
Yeah.
He was going to go play for Mark at Charlotte. Well, of course, he scores 43 in the national tournament. Next thing you know, he's going OU offers.
Yeah.
And he goes to OU, and Mark Price lost his job a year later.
One game.
Pretty much. Three-pointer right side, banged home by Lucas Leday. He's got 9. Got to be honest with you. If I can tell stories and keep the stat sheet and it adds up at the end of this game, I'm a pro. 3.5 to play at 73-27.
Well, again, just make it up, Tom.
Yeah, nobody's going to care.
Well, you talk about Blake. Blake is one of those Birdwell's not your best alley-oop passer.
A little too much air on that one.
Yeah.
I know from being tall, you've got to have the timing down on that. I used to be able, I've thrown down an alley-oop in my time 30 years ago.
Humble brag.
Yeah, I was able to dunk until I was 43.
Hey, not so humble brag.
I used to dunk, I used to try every year. If I got loose, and I was able to dunk until I was 43, and then I couldn't do it anymore, and now I wouldn't even try. I can barely grab the net now.
Dunk these Oreos in that milk.
That's right.
That's all I can do.
That's right. I used to be the guy. I was not a not a very good basketball player, but I was like the guy on the varsity team that followed up the layup line with a two-handed dunk at the end, back when you could do that. I've kind of lost track of turnovers. Silsby underneath with the ball knocked away. Coming up with it is Zeki. Cash. Reverse layup up and in. Stone has 25. 75-27.
So Blake's senior year, this is back in the old Coach's 8 days, and we did the Tip-Off magazine, and we had we called in Blake and Nick Sidoricus from Jinx, who played at OSU, and Kate Davis, Elk City, who signed with OU, called them in for the cover shoot, and you do shots of all three of them, then you do some solo stuff. And Blake just had this one shot where he's just flexing his arm, and it was so good and so perfect that he got the cover by himself, and Nick and Cade got a little corner.
Little inset.
Yeah, and just said Big Blake, and it's still my favorite cover.
I was about to say that made the cover because I remember it.
Oh, yeah, it's my favorite cover of all the tip-offs we did.
Free throws will be coming for Mason Snyder. I got to tell you, shouldn't admit this, but for a newbie in Oklahoma basketball back then, that was my Bible. I mean, that helped me out so much, and I really miss that magazine. Well, I bet you don't miss making it, but
I miss it too. I do not miss working on it.
Yeah.
And it was a chore. It's been brought up a time or two about doing another one. I was like, you have no idea the work that goes into doing it right. There are some out there, but to do it right, it's truly a labor.
I will tell you that it really paid off. One, in these in-season tournaments, but what we call the road to the gold ball, the playoffs, because you never knew you were going to be playing the next day, and you might be trying to catch up on something. At least you had a couple of paragraphs about the team you're looking at that you had no idea about anything. And then I got Randy turning as a color guy one year. His team got knocked out early in regionals, first day of regionals. He wanted to go do color with me. He had scouted every team in Northwest Oklahoma, and I just said, okay, Randy, keep talking.
Encyclopedia, Randy.
Exactly right. Bank it up and in for Maddox Mecklenburg. He's got 4. 79-28. I got to tell you something. This is the most happy I've ever been that I'm on a video stream right now.
Not having to do the
play-by-play on this one and explain exactly what's going on. Let the picture tell the story.
Yeah.
Let the picture tell the story. Hayden Silsby will throw it in baseline left. You know, this Knights team, they've had a pretty darn good tournament. They've come in here. You never know what to expect from a team not in the OSSAA, a homeschool team, but they've made it to the championship game, and they're going to take out a couple of really nice wins. Sincere Weber sincerely gets the roll.
I'll give it up to their fans. They haven't lost their enthusiasm.
And they've showed up, too. They were here nice last night as well. You know, it'd be tough. They practice 3 times a week. They come from all across the metro area, so it's not like they're in the same school all day long. It'd be tough to coach this squad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Harry Carter does a pretty darn good job with them. Great guy. I had a chance to talk to him a little bit yesterday. Minute to play in the third quarter. Up and in for Ian Doherty. He's got 6. 81-31. Once again, only 3 on the bench for Kingfisher. The short bench with the JV team playing out in Sealing.
And that squad was up 1 in the second half. Uh-oh. Well.
Up and over the front. Now, when I was learning how to dunk, I would have taken that, but as Ridenauer has 14. He's having a good ball game. Get Jarrett Birdwell back into the contest, and Ian Doherty will take a seat.
So Sealing taking command in that game. Cashin boys won the three years in a row. Three Rivers Conference had never won it prior to 2 years ago. Now won it 3 years in a row. John Hardaway.
You know, Hardaway might be able to coach a little bit.
Well,
a little bit.
I still say Lynn Shackelford's the best basketball coach Cashin's ever had.
To the basket, Ridenauer. It's called for traveling. And I will tell you, I had a chance to call their area championship game win last year to get to state for the first time in so long, and I was so disappointed when that all went down. They couldn't play in the state tournament. Throw it up at the buzzer. No good by Hayden Silsby. Folks, fourth quarter is coming up. Kingfisher leads 83-31. Back after this on Squirtle.
Enid Vision Center, located on West O&K Garriott Road, across from TJ Maxx in Enid, Oklahoma, is proud to serve the Garfield County community. Dr. Sproul is an Oklahoma native who practices the full scope of primary care optometry. Our team is here to care for all your vision needs. We handle everything from adult and children's eye exams to eye emergencies, treatment of eye diseases, and co-management of eye surgery such as LASIK. So give us a call at 580-297-7580. The Enid Vision Center team is excited to support all our local athletes.
The team of experienced and caring professionals at Garland Road Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is dedicated to providing you or your loved one with comprehensive, personalized, compassionate care. We offer short-term and long-term care and inpatient-outpatient rehabilitation services that can meet your specific needs. Visit our website at garlandroad.com to learn more about our compassionate care.
We go to the fourth quarter. Kingfisher leads the OKC Knights 83-31. We're keeping an eye for you Kingfisher fans who are watching. Out in Sealing, the Kingfisher Junior Varsity playing in the championship game of the Sealing tournament against the home team, and Sealing leading by 13, 58-45, but give them a lot of credit, 2-1 this weekend out there for the JV.
Yeah, Sealing the 2 seed. Coach Nyberg does a great job there. Knocked off the number 1 seed Surreal yesterday, did Kingfisher. So they went up there last year, got 4th.
Guess go back next year and win the darn thing, right? Pass intercepted by Maverick Reidenauer.
A lot of people ask me, what's going to happen to Kingfisher. Snyder drives, but obviously Cortez and Stone are leaving. Birdwell will graduate. And I tell people there's a lot of them are playing in ceiling right now. There's a good group of sophomores. Maybe not a superstar in the group, but they've got 5, 6, 7 kids who can all play. 2 of them are out here right now, Slizicki and Mecklenburg. And, of course, they'll lose Reidenauer as well. But this is going to be a team that's not going to fall off the map.
Was that Slizicki?
No, that was Reidenauer. That 3.
Another 3. He's got 17. 86-33. That last basket was Seth Finch for the Knights, and there is Sincere Weber. (86-36). 50-point lead, not 15. To the baseline goes Mason Snyder. Ball loose and picked up by the Knights. Hayden Silsby across the timeline of the half court.
Strong screen.
Turn around by Stevens, no good. He hit the game-winning free throws in the first round overtime win over Woodward. No time on the clock, had to make 1 of 2, and he made the second one, missed the first. Left side, there's Cash Lizicki. Maddox Mecklenburg, left side, picks up his dribble. Hands off to Reidenauer, back out between the rings to Birdwell. Attacking is Snyder, and the offensive foul.
Shoves off with his right arm just a little bit, like his dad used to do as a center for the Yellow Jackets back in the day. And I don't mean a center in basketball.
Stick around after the ball game. We'll have the official handing out of the hardware and the all-tournament teams before we call it a night and call it a tournament. Been a lot of fun to be here and bring you the last 4 games yesterday and the last 4 games today. That's the best part about making that move from radio to Scoredle is somebody has to do, in radio somebody had to do those 11 o'clock games, and it's not me anymore. That's Sincere Weber, who's knocked down 3 triples in the contest. He's in double figures with 10.
Heat check time.
86-39. A couple of triples here in the fourth. 3 minutes in. All the way to the cup, and Maddox Mecklenburg with the basket in the and one. You know, Kingfisher has had that traveling trophy for the Week Capital Tournament so long you'd think they'd update it. Just because if you take a look at it, I don't think the radio station that's on the nameplate even exists anymore. Mecklenburg at the line looking for point number 7. He gets it. 89-39. Come on, Sincere, come down and see how hot you are. Tristan Miller will check in for the Knights. Cross court to Silsby. In the corner, that's somebody I don't have.
You don't need names.
Yeah, I certainly don't have 45 on my roster, and I don't think he's in the program either. He's not. Hell, he's checking out, so good for me. No, he's not.
I don't think they know.
Oh, 45 will trigger in. There's Sincere. We get another shot. There you go. Send it in, Sincere. 89-42. We'll tick down to the halfway mark of the fourth quarter. 4 minutes to play. Birdwell is fouled before the shot. Our next tournament action on Squirtle is going to be the Cash-In tournament. What, 2 weeks?
County Line tournament.
Oh, County Line. A field for that is stacked.
It is loaded again.
Looking forward to getting down there. I have to drive a little bit for that one now.
No, it's a short drive for me, Tom.
Not for me. What the heck is the deal with that?
But I'll be broadcasting all of the Buckle of the Wheat Belt games in Kingfisher, so I won't be joining you.
Yeah. Yeah, you look at that field. When you look at the OSSAA rankings, there's going to be a lot of representation. There's Josh Stevens scoring his first bucket of the ball game and a chance for the and one. On the girls' side, you got number 1 in Class A, Van Oss, number 2 in 2A, Dale, number 3 in B, Varnum, the Whippets, Cashin, the number 2A, 12 team in 2A, and the number 8 team in 3A, Perry, who won the championship here. And you got Clinton, Fairview, and OCS. That's the girls' bracket. Boys' side, number 1 in 2A, Dale, number 5 in 2A, Cashin, number 19 in 4A, Clinton, number 13 in 3A, OCS, number 1 in B, Varnum, number 7 in A, Van Oss, and then Perry and Fairview. So 6 of the 8 teams are ranked. That'll be a fun weekend.
So it looks like Perry, who just won this tournament, and a top 8 team in 3A is the 5 seed.
Wow.
In the girls bracket.
There's a 3 buried by Mason Snyder. He's got 5. 94-42.
And I'm going to bet Dale's number 1 because in 2A, after the performance today.
I think the score just went up. I think it just went up backwards. 3 left side. There's Sincere Weber again.
He can't be stopped.
92-47. I don't think that's right. I think the scoreboard might be wrong because Kingfisher just scored and they put the basket up on the Knights side, although I'm not going to worry too much about it.
Could affect some things in Vegas there, Tom.
Yeah. I should have, well, I'm already nailed by the NFL today, so. I believe the score is 94-45. But if that scoreboard doesn't change in the next minute, I'm not going to worry about it. So we will just go with what Ethan has on the scoreboard right now at 92-47, because if it's on the scoreboard, what the heck, that's got to be official, right?
There you go.
Weber off the window, a little strong. Rebound to Maddox Mecklenburg. Cash Lazicki has it right side off the screen. Cross court left, there's a deep 3. And Ridenauer has 20. 95-47 or thereabouts. Under 2 to play. Sincere, step back long 2. Sincerely nice. 18 for him. Lazicki, pass right side, catch and shoot 3. Mecklenburg, offensive rebound. Doherty in the lane, scores. He's got 8. 97-49, although Kingfisher already has 100 points. In my book, and when my scores add up, they probably will too. Under a minute to play. Josiah loose in the ball game. Sincerely, not good. Into the half court, Cash Slazicki, and they're going to hold it off, and he may dribble this one out.
Getting the boos from the crowd.
I'm going to bet when I add up my scores, they're going to add up to 100. 25 ticks to play. Kingfisher is going to win their 12th Wheat Capital Tournament Championship. Is it 7th in the last 8 years or 6th in the last 7? I believe it's 7 and 8. 7 and 8. And keep in mind, the one year they didn't, their JV was representing Kingfisher when the Jackets were playing in the TOC over in Tulsa. Foul away from the ball. Only the 6th foul. It's on Kingfisher, and the 5th on Mason Snyder. He just fouled out of the ball game. With 8 seconds to play.
How you gonna foul out away from the ball?
Sincere for 3, no good, and that'll do it. Congratulations, Kingfisher Yellow Jackets. We're going to take that trophy home again, 97-49, and I'm guessing you see that a lot.
Yeah.
A lot, you know?
Yeah.
Not a whole lot that was unexpected, but give credit to the Yellow Jackets, 9-1 on the season. You know what? The Knights, they come in, go 2-1. They will see the record fall to 13-7, but they take on not only the top team in 4A, but maybe one of the top 4 or 5 teams in the state overall, or better than that even.
Absolutely, yeah.
Top 2 or 3, that's what we'll say.
Yeah.
Take a break. Let's go to wait. Let's do the hardware handout here before we take a break. And give a lot of credit to Joey Reinert and the crew here at Chisholm. They got this tournament off.
Yeah. No easy task in this day and age.
Congratulations to OKC, the Knights. We say they'll take home the trophy. I wonder where it goes. Jackets will just take that back again. I'm sure there's an undusted spot in the trophy case where it's been sitting.
Yep.
Okay, so Connor Swanson will make the all-tournament team, as well as Jack Dutcher, who didn't score tonight. Maverick Ridenauer will make the all-tournament team, 13-13 and 20 tonight. And they were going to give it to Bijan for the all-tournament team, and Matthew Stone gets the all-tournament. You made that comment. He had a good tournament.
Yeah.
25 tonight, 27 last night, and 21 the night before. They're just doing a lot of good things. So congratulations to Kingfisher. We'll take a break. Our post-game show starts after this. 97-49 the final. Back after this on Scortal.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes. Call Roll-Offs Inc. at 580-ROLL-OFF, a complete container service company for all your trash, demolition, cleanup, or scrap metal needs. We're a family-owned and operated company with offices in Stillwater, Perry, and Enid. Call Roll-Offs Inc. 580-ROLL-OFF.
Big Finish 2020 is on at Johnson's of Kingfisher. Hi, it's Jeff Johnson. Find a deal in December on remaining 2020 Ram 1500s at johnsonsofkingfisher.com. Like our new Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs. Thinking of a new truck? Then you owe yourself to experience the best and unequaled ride and control that Ram has to offer during the Big Finish event. Deals in December? See them at Johnson's of Kingfisher, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram. A dealership you'll find only in a place like Kingfisher. Same name,
same family,
since 1927.
Protect your network with the most advanced security features available. With CanOkla's Managed Network Service, you can experience worry-free, managed Wi-Fi with automatic security updates and protection for all devices on your network. Be the hero by preventing viruses, blocking malicious websites, and receive alerts when suspicious activity occurs. Pair this with CanOkla's high-speed internet for the ultimate internet experience. Call 800-CAN-OKLA today. CanOkla Networks is an equal opportunity provider, employer, and lender.
Big win for the Kingfisher Yellow Jackets as they win the Wheat Capital Tournament Championship 97-49 over the OKC Knights, and they win their 9th game of the season. as they'll take home that hardware. Tom Nelson and Michael Swisher with you one more time. And first of all, Swish, and we talked about this during the broadcast, you can't take it for granted because, you never know what's going to happen in high school basketball, but you're watching greatness. You're watching something very special, and you get a chance to watch it front row seat every night.
Yeah, now that's their 95th game. Bijan and Matt, they're going to win 100 games in their career. Jet Sternberger, the only other Kingfisher Yellow Jacket to have done that before, and they're well ahead of Jet's where he was because his freshman season the record wasn't as shiny, but in 2017. 2018, they were 28-1. 2019, 28-1. Last year, 26-1. Didn't get a chance to add to that, obviously, because they didn't get to go to the state tournament. So they're 82-3 through their first 3 years, and of course this year now 9-1. So 91-4, and it's amazing for a team that's not in one of the metro areas or a private school.
Have the boys lost any games due to COVID? Any postponements yet?
No, not yet.
I was going to say if they had, I wonder if they would try to reschedule something, but that's not a question to even ask if they haven't had anything. But they've got the Buckle of the Wheat Belt tournament coming up in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And then, of course, knock on wood, that postseason run.
Yeah, they got to they got to go to Tuttle. They got to go to Clinton, which is a team that's just now starting to get its legs. It was an area tournament team last year. It's got a lot of players back. That's next week, and then Blanchard, a team that's beaten both of those squads, and before the Buckle of the Wheat Belt. So a tough little stretch, and then it's from the Buckle of the Wheat Belt on, it's everything except for 1 game at home. Kingfisher's played 1 home game so far this year.
Wow.
Everything's been on the road.
Let's go back and recap the scoring in this one. First of all, for the OKC Knights, a couple in double figures led by Sincere Weber off the bench with 18. Connor Swanson, who made the all-tournament team, with 11. And then Lucas Leday with 9. And then Hayden Silsby had 2. Josh Stevens with 2. Caden Combs with 3. Seth Finch with 2. And Sam Floyd with 2. The Knights will go to 13-7 with the loss tonight. Kingfisher led in scoring by Matthew Stone, 25 for him. Maverick Ridenauer, who made the all-tournament team as well. Matthew was the MVP. He had 20. Bijan Cortez made the all-tournament team. He had 19. Jarrett Birdwell scored the first 6 points of the ball game, ended up with 12. Then Ian Doherty had 8. Maddox Mecklenburg with 7. Cash Lazicki had 1 point in the contest. Kingfisher with the win, now 9-1. And as we said, on the road at Tuttle on Tuesday night. Let's go back and recap what happened today really quick. Our first game of the day, girls' 7th place game. Blackwell over the Knights, 39-13. Our boys' 7th place game, Alva over Blackwell, 55-20. Our girls' consolation game, they did not play it because of coronavirus issues with Alva. And so Alva and Woodward did not play. Our boys' consolation win went to Woodward as they knocked off Perry 72-58. Girls' 3rd place game, a win for Garber over Chisholm 60-54. Chisholm boys beat Tecumseh for the boys' 3rd place title 55-51. Our girls' championship game, congratulations to Perry, winning for the first time since 2007. They knock off Kingfisher, hand the Lady Jackets their first loss of the season 53-41. And the Kingfisher boys, no trouble tonight with the Knights 97-49. Got to thank the Squirtle crew and everybody helping us out, and also the kids from Chisholm who live streamed a lot of the games that we did not broadcast, the early games each day, and of course all the games on Thursday as well. Swish, thank you so much for helping us out. Glad to have you a part of it, and hope to see you on down the road. Maybe get a chance to do some games with you later on as well.
Always fun to work with a pro.
Try to do it. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, folks, and looking forward to talking to you again from the County Line Tournament in Cashin in a couple of weeks. One more time. Final score, your championship games for the final time. Perry girls over Kingfisher 53-41. And the Kingfisher boys over the OKC Knights 97-49. Good night, everybody. Have a great rest of your weekend. Thank you for watching Squirtle this weekend and our coverage of the Wheat Capital Basketball Tournament brought to you by Bank Central.